Wow, it's bright in this window. Okay, let me fix that. Wow, this is the first time I'm doing the show in this window like this. Let me fix that. Okay, this is much better. Wow, it's bright in that window. Okay, this is much better. OMG! Have a sister looking like a ghost. Wow. Had a sister looking like a ghost. Wow. That's better. That's better. I'm still getting used to being in New Orleans from travel. I am still getting used to it. I'm not completely settled into New Orleans yet. You know, I travel all over the globe. I'm not completely settled into New Orleans yet, but it's all good. Oh, thank you. Mwah. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so thankful, so grateful. Danielle, how you loving? Mwah. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? An incredible member. You know, I've been thinking about, hey, Queen Bee, I've been thinking about having a show interviewing members of our Wealth and Wellness. Come on. Fabulous Friday, Freaky Friday, all of it. Come on. I've been considering having a show with the members of the Wealth and Wellness Vortex, so you can see what the family is all about. Oh, the blue is everything. Thank you. It's a dress. I figured I would get a little. Let me show you the dress. It's a long dress. Can you see it? It's all the way long now. It's a long dress. I figured I would get a little fancy for us today because we're talking about sexuality. The goddess is in the house. We're talking about sexuality and sensuality on Freaky Friday. And the true meaning of sex. The real purpose of sex. Yes. Yay! Come on, family. Come on, family. Woo! Smash up the lights. Smash that like button, baby. Smash that share button. And remember to subscribe. We're growing this channel to over 100,000 subscribers this year. And we would ask that you do your share and absolutely causing that to occur. Hey, Kathy. Kathy, I called you last night. Check your voicemail. Love you, love you, love you. So, family, the real purpose and meaning of sex is not to have children. First, if you're new here, I am Reverend Valerie Love. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the family. You're with the global LoveTubers. I'm a teacher here for the Transcendence of Humanity and the author of 19 books, soon to be 20 books on practical spirituality, magic, and the occult. This is a spirituality channel all about magic, money, and metaphysics. And I'm grateful to be a Christian witch. I texted you back. Okay. Okay, good. I'll check it because I turn off my devices after a certain time. Had a meeting last night, turn off my devices. And then when I go to bed, I have no devices around me at all, which actually goes in alignment with the conversation that we're having today. First of all, the true purpose of sex is to reach God. I'm going to say that again. The true purpose of sex is to connect with the divine. Sex is yet another stairway to God. Just as plant medicine is a stairway to God. Just as prayer is a stairway to God. Just as meditation is a stairway to God. Just as dance is a stairway to God. Singing is a stairway to God. Sex, the true purpose of sex, is a stairway to the divine. It is to connect us with Source. When you have an orgasm, you're not thinking. You're not in the head. You're not worrying. You're not in doubt. When you are having an orgasm, you are in the timeless. You are in the endless. You are in the infinite field. You have touched God. Do that a lot. Now, people are driven to have sex because of the lusts of the body, right? Some people are driven to have sex because of the lusts of the body, so it drives them. I know people in that have had that experience. I've had that experience at points and periods in my life, driven by lustful desires, which is okay. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Never make yourself wrong for anything. Nothing wrong with it. It was simply a stage I was moving through in my evolutionary ascension. Nothing wrong with it. After a while, everything is a teaching. All things are lessons God would have me learn, as A Course in Miracles teaches. These are teachings. These are opportunities for me to learn. Okay, I sexed everybody on the planet. Well, how come I still feel empty? Maybe sexing everyone on the planet is not the answer. What is the answer? Maybe tantric sex. What is tantric sexuality? Tantra, as we also know it. Tantra is, thank you, boo, mwah, welcome, come on in. Tantra is lifting yourself in consciousness to the space where you are the all. That's true Tantra. Woo! Let me get the bell. Oh my goodness. Let me get the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Let me see who this is. Dina. Dina. Mwah. Woo! Princessa. Mwah. Let me get the bell. Wait a minute, family. Got to go get my bell. The goddess must get the bell. Hello, family. Oh, the altar is this way. Be right back. OMG. Woo. I have the bell. I have the bell. I have the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you. Mwah. All our beautiful super chatters and our beautiful channel members on the channel. You are the producers and executive producers of the channel that support the channel and having an incredible, incredible reach around the globe. Thank you so very much. The goddess is doing this. The goddess is doing all of this. So, and I let her. You know, I wake up in the morning and the goddess starts doing these things to me, and I let her. Now, let's continue. Tantra. Let's continue as our expansion of money and our expansion of, do you know that the reason we do Freaky Friday, why do we do it on Friday? Why? Because today is the day of Venus, and Venus rules love and money. Today is the day of Venus. Venus rules my sign, which is Libra. If you are not right with Venus, you don't have love and money. If you're right with Venus, you are experiencing all manner of love and money. Woo, baby. Get right with Venus. If you don't know how to get right with Venus, start with the ruling angel of Venus, which is Hanael, and start with Cassia. Hello, hello, hello. Come on. Start with Cassia because she loves cassia and cinnamon bark. Get those brewing and have yourself a beautiful angel invocation. Do it today in the hour of that particular angel. What is the hour of that angel? Look it up. And have yourself maybe beautiful tonight, perhaps at 9 p.m. or sometime like that. Have yourself a beautiful angelic, an angel invocation. If you don't want to do an evocation, the distinction between an invocation and an evocation is that an invocation, you are in. The words tell you what it means. Invocation, it means it's within yourself that you're having a conversation with this upper higher intelligence. Evocation is outside of yourself. It's existential. It's it's in excess, or exterior, that's the word I'm looking for, to yourself. That is the evocation. That is calling the actual presence of the angel in some palpable form, some visceral form, into the space where you are. Now let me take you all and show you my space that I created for this. Hold on. Yesterday I did the apartment tour for this particular apartment, which is in New Orleans, as I am a nomad, digital nomad. And remember I said that this room is large enough to be a magic space, and that's exactly what I created it to be. And yesterday I fully fumigated this room. I'm starting to move all the essential oils in here, opened all the drawers so that everything could be cleared out. Yes, did manage to set off that smoke alarm in the building. How lovely. While I was doing all of my, witches, we just cause all manner of mayhem everywhere we go. And I have my few crystals lined up, some candles, my Bible, and decks. And so I've begun to create this room. This is where I'll be doing magic. So this is where I would do my angel invocation, okay? It's starting to shape up very nicely. Yes, and you all know I love, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, if you are in the group, Christian Witches Mystery School group on Facebook, I'll link it below. If you are in that group, then you know you've seen us do rituals, and you know that I love drawing circles with pennies. Thank you. And what I love about it is just close the door. Just close the door, contain the energy right in there, which I love. And of course, the energy is flowing through the entire space. Okay, let's go back to our show and get right with Venus. Have an angel invocation and angel evocation and get right with Venus. Next, lust. Why is lust one of the 7 deadly sins? Why? Lust is one of the 7 deadly sins. Not because lust is bad. It's not bad. Get out of your mind the dualities of good and evil, God and the devil, all that. Two things are not going on in the universe. One thing is going on in the universe. Source. That's it. And we say it. We say God is omnipresent. God is omnipotent. God is omniscient. So if God is omnipresent, that means God is everywhere present at the same time. So how could there be an opposing force to God? There could not be. Then there must be some other explanation for this devil persona. There must be something else going on that if I were to study the occult, I would understand. Now, the occult sciences clearly let us know that there's one thing going on in this universe. This is not a universe. And when you come into the 3rd dimension, there is, by law of polarity, there looks like there's 2 different things. It looks like good and bad. It looks like hot and cold. It looks like up and down. It looks like boy and girl. And what the occultist understands is that there's a pole between these 2 things. This is called law of polarity. And the pole between these 2 things says that these are not 2 different things. Indeed, these are one thing, only differing in degree. So you have fire on this side, ice on this side. And you move a little closer to fire, the water begins to melt. But we're talking about the same thing, the one thing, temperature, only varying degrees. So law of polarity will help us heal all this tool going on. I find that Christians have this really deep problem. I had it, some really deep problem of good and evil. And then it gets you all gunked up when it comes to things like sex, because then it introduces guilt into the picture. So you had a lustful moment, you grabbed somebody, you had sex with them. Afterward, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Just layered with guilt. Even if you don't feel the guilt consciously, we are unconsciously plagued with guilt. Why? Because we have judgments. You can't have guilt without judgments. We have judgments deep inside that said, I just did something bad. How about I just learned something? Well, there's no judgment on learning something, and there's no guilt for, oh, I just learned something. See, everything is a learning opportunity. Every experience you have is something that you're going to learn. Come on. Woo! I thank you. I thank you. I thank you, Babu. Thank you, Boo. Billionfold return to all our super chatters. So, get rid of the guilt. How do you get rid of the guilt? Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive everything you've ever done. Forgive everyone you've ever slept with. Do a ritual to cleanse and clear and break the connections. Sever the energetic connections with all the people that you've ever slept with. If you have not severed those energetic connections with all the people that you slept with, they last for 7 years. So just think about everybody that you slept with for the last, everyone that you slept with for the last 7 years. And get to and you wonder why. Thank you so much. And you wonder why you cannot move forward. Well, because you got all these energetic ties connected to the back of you from 20 or spending effort, and you're doing so much, and you have a goal, and you have the vision, and you have the vision board, and you have the crystals, and you have the rituals. Well, how come I'm not getting nowhere? Because you got 20 energetic ties coming out your back, cords connected to Boo and Joe and Susie and Lulu and whomever. Sever the ties. Maya Angelou said the best way to fly is to cut loose all the shit that's holding you down. Sever the ties. Come on, I know that's right. Woo! Come on, family. Come on, family. We're going to get this sexual thing together. So get rid of guilt. Get rid of, I did something bad. Get rid of shame. Get rid of, I shouldn't have slept with all them people. Get rid of regret. These are all holding you back. Free yourself. How can you tell? How do you free yourself? Forgiveness. How can you tell if you have guilt in consciousness? You sabotage yourself. Can we talk about self-sabotage? Oh my goodness, I was sabotaging myself till the cows came home. How do you know you have guilt? You sabotage yourself. Why do you sabotage yourself? Because the guilty must be punished. That's your way of punishing yourself. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Or is this just my own crazy life that I'm talking about? Is it just me that was a nut out here in these streets? Or does anyone else know what I'm talking about? You get somewhere, you did all this work to create something. You did all this work, you did all this work to get to the end and don't get the prize. Self-sabotage. You gotta have something really good happen. Something really wonderful is gonna happen to you. And you created it and it's about to happen that day, you sabotage it. This is unconscious. This is frustrating. Man, this was as frustrating as hell. I couldn't take it. I was like, I have to get to the bottom of this in my consciousness. Because I knew it was something in my own consciousness that was doing it. Nobody was coming in sabotaging my shit. That was me sabotaging my shit. Well, I got to do something about this. And I did. It's called shadow work. It's called inner child work. And it will keep showing up, boo. It's going to keep showing up in your relationships. It's going to keep showing up in your bank account. It's going to keep showing up in your weight. It's going to keep showing up in your body. It's going to keep showing up in your children. My life was a freaking mess. Come on. Woo! Come on. We have a church up in here today. Come on. We have a church up in here today. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Money in the vortex. Woo, woo. I was sabotaging myself because I had so much guilt. I was overweight. Couldn't understand why I couldn't get rid of the weight. I started forgiving and the weight started falling off. What in the world? Released over 70 pounds. 70. 70 pounds. I was over 200 pounds when I had my child. And the baby was 5 pounds and 4 ounces. But you put on 40-something pounds. I was already 30 or 40 pounds overweight when I started. Then I put on another 40-something, 50 pounds. I was probably 150, 155 somewhere when I started. I really ought to be probably at 130, 140. And then I put on the weight, and I told the doctor, I remember going to the doctor for the baby. For one of the, and I was waddling in, right? This big, huge woman. If I put up a picture of me, you wouldn't even recognize me. This was with my baby, the one who's 19 now. And here I go waddling into the doctor. And I said, doctor, and every time I looked at the scale, whenever they would do the little check, it was like 189, 196. And one day I went to the doctor, I said, doctor, if the first number is 200, don't even tell me what it is. He said, okay. I got on the scale. You know how you get on the scale in the doctor's office and they keep moving that little silver thing? You'd be like, oh, brother. They move it over again. You can tell they can't get your good weight until they move it. They got to add some more. And they moved it over. And he looked at the weight, and he looked at me, and he wrote a number down. He didn't say a word. I was like, damn it, I'm over 200 pounds. What is a little woman like me doing over 200 pounds? Over there eating everything, having this baby eating everything. Because I had not worked out the guilt in my consciousness. I had not worked out the unworthiness in my consciousness. I had not worked out the depths of regret and shame and all of it in my consciousness. It was heavy. It's heavy. These things are heavy. Still walking around, trying to work with it. I was working with it, and trust me, I got in there, and forgiveness. I got in there, and love. I got in there, ho'oponopono. If you don't know what ho'oponopono is, get the book Zero Limits by Joe Vitale. Zero Limits. Put it in the chat. Zero Limits. I start working on it. Ho'oponopono, I love you. Oh, I love you. Please forgive me. I forgive all. I'm so sorry. Thank you. It's love, gratitude, and forgiveness. Then, when you drop the shame, you can actually walk around and be nude in your home. Because I'm an air sign. Air signs are refreshed by air. Whatever your sign is, that is the feeding element for you. And so therefore, I am renewed, recharged by air, like wind blowing on me, breezes, air. You know, air signs don't like it hot and stuffy. Air signs be the first one to drop their clothes because they want air on their body. This is all spiritual. So therefore, you will be happy with dropping your clothes and wearing less. I wear less and less and feel better and better because I used to be all hidden because I was in shame. You see, the telltale signs of what you're doing tells you what your issues are. If you hide it, you got shame. If you're self-sabotaging, you have guilt and you're punishing yourself. All of it can be cleared with forgiveness. Ooh, love, forgiveness, and gratitude. It can be cleared with forgiveness. Forgive it all. So all the people that you sexted, love them, send love, and then get Archangel Michael. This is what I did. I got Archangel Michael, and I asked him to cut all those energetic ties to all of the people that, it was one particular that was really, really connected to, which was my daughter's father, because we had a lot going on. It was a lot of energy. You know, some cords are real thick because there's a lot of energy going back and forth through them. But some cords are just like a little string. You can easily cut that. The connection wasn't that deep. But woo, he was one of my master teachers in this life. He is, you know, not so much now because I took in all the lessons that I got from him. Woo, and now we're pretty peaceful and chill. You know, we're peaceful and chill. It's not like it was before. I got so many lessons from him. So many. He was my great teacher, in addition to my mother and my children. Greatest teachers in the world, and now my 3 grandbabies. Greatest teachers in the world because they're running every which way. 7, 5, and 3. I can't keep up. I can't catch up. Okay, let go of control. Whew. You know, you have all these teachers. You need to be thanking these teachers. Not trying to make them do something different. You need to be thanking them because if you're not at peace, A Course in Miracles says, I must have decided wrongly. I am not at peace, so I must have decided wrongly. Just take that in. I'm not at peace. We thought we were not at peace because somebody else was doing something to us. We thought we were not at peace because my boo, he won't do what I want him to do. They won't do what I want them to do. We thought we was not at peace because you didn't call me on my birthday. You thought we was not at peace because you didn't acknowledge blah, blah, blah that I did and I wanted you there. You weren't there for me. So the fucking hell what? Are you there for you? No, that's why other people can't be there for you. It's simple. You're not there for me. That's because you're not there for you. I'll give you a story. The other day, my daughter was driving, the little one, the 19-year-old. And she got her license a few years ago. She's extremely responsible. She has an extreme good work ethic. She is extremely lucid. She's a straight shot arrow. Now, my middle daughter, the one that you see, Gaia, she is the fun, life of the party. She's going to try anything once. She's going to jump out the airplane. She's going to get a tattoo. You know, in school, she was running around getting tattoos, cutting school and getting tattoos in hotel rooms. She would do anything. That's my middle one. And then my son, he's the artist, right? And he's pretty laid back and chill, and he's extremely focused. Like, all three of them are like versions of me. Well, this was the little one. And the other day, the little one got into a car accident. And she got into a car accident. As soon as she got, she called me right away. Boo, what's going on? She's like, Mom, okay, let's talk. So we're talking. Come to find out, she was in the car with her girlfriend. Now, her girlfriend, this particular girlfriend, who, we've known her pretty much all her life, because she's exactly 1 year older than my daughter. They're cousins, and they're also friends. And that's why we've known her all her life, because she's in the family. Now, they were together. And my daughter was taking her cousin, that had been staying with her for a few days over the summer, the cousin lives about 3 hours from my daughter. So they were going to meet halfway, about not quite 3 hours, about 2.5 hours. So they were going to meet halfway with the cousin's friend. And the cousin was going to hop in the car with her dude friend and go the rest of the way. So the two of them are riding. That's the setup of the story. The two of them are riding. Starts pouring down rain. Car hydroplanes. My daughter kicks on the brakes. You know what kicks on the brakes when you're in a hydroplane? The car spins. She pulls over. They hit a wall. She's shaking up. Everybody's fine. Thank you, God. Because let me tell you, I be praying, putting all kinds of stuff all over everybody. So everybody's covered. So they got a force field. It probably just bounced off the force field, right? In the car. Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. Just tell me that everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. I knew everybody was fine. The girlfriend calls my daughter. Of course, she has to call the police, and you can call her dad, call her mom. The girlfriend, the cousin, says, "Oh shoot, I gotta get out of here. Like the cops were on the way. I gotta get out of here." I'm like, whoa, okay. My daughter's telling me, why are you by yourself? You were with so-and-so. I'm not going to say her name. You were with so-and-so. Why are you by yourself? That's why she was really having the breakdown, because she was by herself. Well, long story short, the girl has some issue going on with the police, which we figured. And she told the dude, come quick and get her. So the dude came quick, scooped her, because they were close to the meeting point. So the dude just came around like another exit, scooped the girl. They jetted. Before the cops came, my daughter was there by herself. And this is what I told my daughter. My daughter was, oh my goodness, like, by herself on the side of the road. And she's driving her up there. I said, this is something you must understand. She cannot be there for you because she's not even there for herself. Stop asking people to do things for you when they do not have the capacity to do it. How do you know that they don't have the capacity to give you what you're asking for? Because they're not giving it to themselves. Woo! Woo! Isn't it? And we've got to learn it, but we keep falling in love with potential, and we keep thinking, well, the person has the potential to be so loving, because I saw a glimpse of their deep, compassionate love back in 1973. I know they can do it, because I had an emergency and all this love came out. For 10 seconds, I saw the love. I just want that person. I just want that love. Do you know that everybody is God? So therefore, everyone who is put in some kind of position is going to become God in that moment. And then they're going to revert back to their crazy ass self if they are not doing the work. If they're not doing the work, they're going to revert back to their crazy ass self. After that moment of pure unconditional love where they saw you almost die and they were like, oh my goodness, and they did everything right in that moment because Spirit had taken a hold of them and they just did everything right and helped you and all of that. And then after the thing was over, they reverted back to their crazy ass self. Yeah, I'm going to the club with the dudes. But I just saw you be such an unconditionally loving person. Yeah, I was. And I can be. But I'm not right now because I'm ornery and I want to be fucking stupid. Let them be fucking stupid. Why do people have to be different for you? That's your problem. Anytime people have to be different for you, you are not loving unconditionally. You're not. You're saying you are, but you're not. You need to do this differently. Well, who made you the fucking boss of the universe? No, they don't. They need to be doing exactly what they're doing, and you need to be on you, doing what you're doing. Now, this is not a license for people to do anything in your presence. This is not a license for abuse. This is not a license for people to walk all over you. This is not a license for any of that. This is a license for you to withdraw your energy from those situations and people and circumstances that are not fulfilling you, and you fulfill you. This is not your opportunity to judge other people. This is not your opportunity to say, well, you got a problem going on. So Reverend Val said, don't use me in your arguments, please. Reverend Val said, I need you to watch this video. Do share, but don't share with the intention that you want me to jump on your bait. Listen to this. Listen to what Reverend Val said. No, boo. You listen to what it is. Because I'm not, no, listen to Reverend Val. Listen to the Spirit of the living God that's speaking through Reverend Val's mouth right now. Because guess what? I'm listening to it too. I'm listening for myself. So what's the true purpose of sex? The true purpose of sex is for you to reach God. The true purpose of sex is for you to have these orgasmic experiences and touch heaven. And the more you touch heaven, the more you are changed. Every time you touch heaven, you're changed. Your consciousness changes. However, only if you're present, only if you have an intention to ascend. You see, if you just keep having sex and having sex and having sex and having sex and having sex, and you're a dumb bunny, just a dumbass, you ain't gonna get nothing. But emptiness of the soul. You will have a hole in your soul so big it will be like a cavern. A cavernous hole in your soul. Sexing everybody with a big old hole in your soul. And wonder why you're not fulfilled. Because the hole is a God-shaped hole, and the only thing that can fit in it is God. But you was trying to fill it with pussy. Am I talking to anybody? You was trying to fill it with dick or fill it with pussy or fill it with whatever you do, boo. Whatever your thing is. It don't really matter. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The whole chat went very quiet. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? They'll lose somebody along the way. Congregation, are you still with me? Are you still with me? Let me pause for a minute. You can hear a pin drop up in this camp. And usually the LoveTubers have a lot to say about a lot of things. What is going on? Listening intently. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Okay, Marla, Stan Luna. I love it. I love it. Ooh, you feeling it. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Hallelujah. Beautiful. So family, we understand the true meaning of sex. And we understand how to truly have really, truly beautiful relationships. And we understand that we're going to get rid of guilt and shame. And we're going to get rid of good and bad, good and evil. You never did anything wrong. Wash yourself of that. Beautiful. Oh my God. Beautiful, beautiful. Wash yourself. I don't care how many people you slept with. I'll probably be the only minister to tell you sleep with whoever you feel like sleeping with. I don't care. God doesn't care about who you sleep with. I asked God this question a very long time ago. God, do you care who people sleep with? God was like, nope. I was like, what? Tell me more, God. Because they told me on earth, and God said, well, you know, on earth, there's a lot of things that they say I said that I didn't say. Tell me about that one, God, because people is real crunched up about sex on the planet. He's like, I know, right? I'm like, God, what are we doing? He said, well, this is how it goes. I care about your character. I was like, oh, God. God said, I care about your soul. I said, oh, God. God said, who you sleep with? Well, that's personal choice. I gave you choice. Choose. Whoa. Whoa. You see, God doesn't care about who you sleep with. God cares about your character, not your morals. Ooh, character, morals, two different things. Two different things. You know a lot of people that have great, great morals. They wouldn't sleep with anybody. They wouldn't steal anything. They wouldn't do, but in their heart, they just lusted after. They would never sleep with somebody other than their wife. Yes, they in the church. Deacon Jenkins and his wife, Mabel Jenkins. And they go into church, they would never, oh no, they would never sleep with anybody else. But Deacon Jenkins see that sister coming in with that tight dress on, he'd be like, Lord Jesus, I could flip her, but oh, I rebuke you, get thee behind me, Satan. He got a secret struggle inside of himself that only God knows about. Somebody. You see, that's what God cares about. God doesn't care about if you actually sleep with somebody. That's something your body did for all of what, an hour, 2 hours. If it was tantric sex, maybe it was a few hours. If it was hit it and quit it in a back of a club somewhere, maybe it was, I don't know. I used to have interesting experiences in the club, quick and to the point, one song. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Can we be real here? Let me tell you. And all that stuff you're doing with your body, it don't really matter. The soul is what matters. T.D. Jakes said it best, so we're going to close with this. He said, I know some church folk that I would not, he said some pastors that I wouldn't, if I came into a hotel room and left a bag of cash on the table, I wouldn't leave a bag of cash with them on the table. He said, and I know some prostitutes that I could leave that bag of cash right there. I don't know how T.D. Jakes knows prostitutes. I'm not saying anything about that. He said, I know some prostitutes that if I put that bag of cash right there, they wouldn't touch it. They don't have morals, but they got character. The other one, they got morals, but they don't have character. So you already worried about who you sleeping with, and I shouldn't be sleeping with that one. Oh, I feel so guilty because I slept with her again, or I slept with him again, or I slept with them again. Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares about that. The upper realms care about the condition of your soul. Clean up your soul. Clean up the unforgiveness, the regret, the guilt, the shame. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clear up your auric field. Get rid of the energetic ties. Clean your soul. You clean your body every day. Clean your soul. Scrub it. Scrub up your soul. That's it. I love you. God bless you. Yeah, empty sex will leave you empty because it's empty. It can't fill you. It can't fulfill you. That hole that people are trying to fill with sex, money, sugar. I used to be addicted to sugar. Now you can't even get me to take sugar. All that we're lusting for, you're lusting for God. That is the God-shaped hole that it can only be filled with God. And I'm not talking about a big man in the sky. I'm talking about the infinite creative energy source of the universe inside and as everyone. That's God. I love you. Have a beautiful weekend. God bless you. Clean your soul. And then you'll shine with a resplendent beauty. I promise you, you will be so attractive to so many people, they'll be beating a path to your door. And then you'll get to pick. I'll take you. Let's see. It was time to have them fill out applications, baby. I love you. Kaisi out. Peace. Valerie, love.